Good morning, everybody. Hi. We've got a lawnmower outside today, so I hope it's funny how lawnmowers sound so much louder when there isn't a building site going on next to you anymore. Hello to everybody. Hello to Paula from idyllic, sunshine, warmth, Dorset. Don't make me jealous. Oh, Tony, Alice, Penny. Hello, everybody. Julie. It's so lovely to see you. Hello from Mercy in the house. Hope it's all going well in there. It's midday, and it is. I'm loving these midday moments. It's just fantastic to create some rhythm and to gather together. And thank you so much for gathering with me. I hope you're well. And as I always say, if you're well, I really hope that these few minutes can provide a little bit of inspiration and encouragement and support to you. Do be thinking in the next moment or two of anything that you might be feeling grateful for, that you might normally take for granted, but that you've just received well in this last 24 hours. And just over the course of the next minute or so, do put one or two up in the comments if you are able to. I'm sorry that not all of you are able to leave comments. I don't know how that works, but you can probably Google it. Google usually has an answer for something, doesn't it? Now, I will light my candle again this morning, remembering, as we did yesterday, all the ungathered suffering, people who haven't been able to gather together to mourn or to support each other. And there's a special resonance, I think, today, isn't there, as it is Maundy Thursday, and we think about the suffering of Jesus that we remember today. And perhaps you might like to light a candle either now or actually tonight even, to remember that suffering and to sit with Jesus within it. Let's start with, I think a few days ago we used the word Maranatha, which is the Aramaic for come Lord. It means come Lord and the Lord is come. So there's this wonderful creative tension there. So just for a few moments, you might like to close your eyes, begin to take some slower, deeper breaths. And as we light that candle and as that candle burns, we think of that flame and say together, Maranatha, the Lord is here, come Lord. Maranatha, the Lord is here, come Lord. Lord, as we find ourselves drawing to the end of our Lenten journey now, be with us at the end as we seek to finish well. When we say Maranatha, the Lord is here, come Lord. As we grapple with the challenges of this one unique day set before us now, we say, Maranatha, the Lord is here, come Lord. As we try to step fully into this moment now and to meet it with reverence, let's say, Maranatha, the Lord is here, come Lord. Maranatha, the Lord is here, come Lord. Maranatha, the Lord is here, come Lord. I was feeling a bit wistful this morning because I was thinking about the spring saunters that I would normally be gearing up for around about now, that almost certainly won't be able to happen. I will write to you if you have signed up for one. But I was thinking about standing at Mottisfont and reading Gerald Manley Hopkins' wonderful poem about spring. And it always really kind of gets me in the mood and helps me to step into the space. So I thought I would read this for you now. Manley Hopkins has such a wonderful way with words, and the sound of the words open up a space for us to step into. So this is his poem, Spring. Nothing is so beautiful as spring, when weeds in wheels shoot long and lovely and lush. Thrush's eggs look little low heavens, and thrush through the echoing timber does so rise and ring the air. It strikes like lightnings to hear him sing. The glassy pear tree leaves and blooms, they brush the descending blue. That blue is all in a rush with richness. The racing lambs too have their fair fling. What is all this juice and all this joy? A strain of the earth's sweet being in the beginning, in Eden garden. Well, Eden is in our garden, actually. Our eldest son is called Eden, and he's in the garden kicking football at the moment, I think. But what a beautiful poem to evoke that sense of Eden, which we connect with in spring. If I was able to play music right now, I would, I think, just go straight into Cat Stevens' beautiful rendition of Morning Has Broken. And if after this midday moment you would like to Google that and just play it, you might really enjoy it. Morning is Broken is such a beautiful song, isn't it? And I don't know about you, but for me it evokes something kind of greater than the sum of the parts that does connect me with Eden. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dewfall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness, where his feet pass. I love how we, in a sense, find ourselves in a conversation with creation that goes way beyond words. And it's wonderful in particular how activating our senses can help us to join in the conversation, isn't it? It's a physical thing which combines with the sort of the spiritual depth set within us that creates something greater than the sum of the parts, a soulful connection with creation, with God within the moment. It's a bit like watching a butterfly. We've been so lucky here in the last few days. We've had orange-tipped butterflies suddenly appearing yesterday, and peacock butterflies, and there was brimstones as well. Simone Weil, the French philosopher writer, once wrote that prayer is absolutely unmixed attention. And for me, watching butterflies, just bringing my unmixed attention to, for example, a butterfly, especially if it's settled there, is one way of being prayerfully present in a sort of non-religious way. And apparently today is like the best day in the UK for spotting orange tips, because they're going to be hatching today, I'm told by an expert. So keep your eyes out for them. Or it might be just tuning into the sound of birdsong, well, mightn't it? I wonder what non-human conversation you might be having with creation today. Now, if I can get my technology to work for a moment, I can't play you music because it all distorts and everything. And now my speaker has just, let me see if I can turn my speaker back on for a moment. It turned off at just the wrong moment. That's okay. That's, as they say, the beauty of live television. Okay. This is, if you can hear this is a recording, a compilation that the RSPB made of about 20 endangered British birds. Simon, thank you for telling me you can hear this. Let's just bring our attention to this birdsong just for a minute or so and engage in the non-human conversation that we have with creation through our Creator. This is for you, especially if you can't get out. You might like to imagine you're in some woodlands. Just be connected in this moment to something greater and deeper and yet more beautiful. Paula says the birds in their garden are responding. Smell is another amazingly evocative physical thing that can help us join a non-verbal conversation with creation, isn't it? Wall Kimmerer, the Native American botanist who I like to mention from time to time, talks about the smell of sweetgrass, because in her Native American creation story, sweetgrass is the first plant to grow on earth. And she says, breathe in its scent and you begin to remember something you didn't even know you'd forgotten. Breathe in its scent and you begin to remember something you didn't even know you had forgotten. And I love that sense of being connected, perhaps all the way back to the beginning. It's a sort of beautiful, mystical thing, but something so powerful for us. We might not have the smell of sweetgrass today, but if you open the window or step outside onto the lawn, breathe the smell of freshly cut grass, perhaps, or the smell of a cup of coffee, or if you're lucky enough, the smell of the briny sea. What is it about those smells that connect us so deeply and beautifully? Just for a moment, pause and think of your favourite smell. Or if you're close to a window or a door, just stick your head outside the door for a moment and breathe the air. And in a sense, remember something you didn't even know you'd forgotten about who you are within God's creation and who you have been created to be as part of the wonder, part of the original blessing and the original goodness that courses through creation. There is, of course, too, the aroma of Christ. The Bible talks about the aroma of Christ. I think about the perfume that was poured over his feet as he set his face for Jerusalem and came via Bethany and had that beautiful perfume poured over his feet. What is for you the aroma of Christ? As you breathe in these beautiful smells within creation and breathe in something more of the goodness of the Creator who came to live with us and die for us and bring us new life. On this Maundy Thursday, shall we say the Lord's Prayer together? Our Father in heaven, Hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom, the power, and the glory are yours, now and forever. Amen. Amen. It's 1:15, and I know some of you are juggling really busy families and you don't have very long, so please do just go with my love and blessing. But if you want to stick around for 2 more minutes, I've got a lovely blessing prayer from Tess Ward about spring that helps us to think about the fact that actually we're not just experiencing spring here in the Northern Hemisphere at the moment. Well, for those of us who are, at least in the UK, I know some of you guys in Canada and America, it's raining or it's snowing. So, but have this with us vicariously. But we can be the spring, can't we? We can be the spring, the sight of spring, the sight of new life. So please allow me to read this for you, over you, as a prayer for us to finish with. Life force of God, you make the sap to rise. May I let the fruits of your spirit grow in me this day. Spirit of love, abide in my ears as I listen to stories that are different from my own. Spirit of joy, beam in my eyes as I meet the gaze of another. Spirit of peace, breathe through my attitude. Spirit of kindness, blow through the words I speak. Spirit of patience, breeze across my frustration before I say or act. Spirit of faithfulness, guard me when I'm tempted to stray. Spirit of generosity, spill over in all I think or do or say. Spirit of gentleness, be fragrant in all my dealings with the world. And spirit of self-control, do not limit, but channel the abundance of your fruits today as we partake in your transforming ways. Thank you so much for joining me today. We will have our final midday moment for this series tomorrow, Good Friday, and there will be one more Lent reflection going out tomorrow morning as well. I will continue doing midday moments on Fridays. Next Friday I'll do it, and going into the new series as well. I will be sending my letter out about the new series this afternoon. Listen to Cat Stevens, go for a barefoot walk, watch a butterfly, breathe the air, use your senses, and maybe, who knows, remember something you didn't even know you had forgotten of who you are and who you have been created to be. Peace be with you. See you tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. Go well.